Okay, hello and welcome back. This is another tutorial and another video from Code with SJM here. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you about the new starter kit that is basing on a tile stack, which is Livewire Starter Kit, which I believe is new concerning with the new update of Laravel 12. And this is the new website from Laravel, as you can see. So if you didn't get an opportunity to visit this new Laravel website, this is how it looks like now, which is obviously the new approach, which is different from what we had. So yeah, so in today's video specifically, I want to share with you about the starter kit. So concerning with the starter kit, basically I want to show you when I go to the documentation right here, I have the option for starter kits. So when I go to the starter kit right here, you can see we have the starter kit for React, Vue, and Livewire, and which is different from Laravel 11 documentation. If you go back to Laravel 11, you can see in starter kit you are having the Breeze for Blade, Breeze and Livewire, Breeze and React, and then you have Breeze and Next.js or API. So you can see there is a difference, and as you can see, so this was for Laravel 11, but in Laravel 12, there is a couple of changes. As you can see, now the starter kits are just for 3 stacks for React, Vue, and Livewire. So what I'm going to cover today is all about the starter kit for Livewire. So let me go direct here and show you. So before you start creating the project using the starter kit, you need to make sure that you have the Laravel installer installed in your system, so you can just run this command if you didn't do that before. So when you have this one, basically it will be easy for you to create a Laravel application, which is Laravel 12, with the new starter kits that are available for React, Vue, and Livewire. So for me, actually, I'm using Laravel Hard, which obviously I don't need to run the command, which is this one. But if you feel that you want to use this command to create your application, you need to install this one, which I've already done. So for example, if I'm using command right now, I can just copy this, and then I can go to my htdocs, which is XAMPP htdocs, and then in my directory I can just open git bash right here, and then here I'm going to run Laravel new, then I'm going to say Livewire starter kit. So after that, Laravel installer will start to create the project for us, and it will ask us if we need to select any of these starter kits or we don't need any of the starter kit. So for today's video, I'm going to use Livewire. So I'm just going to select Livewire, and as you can see, the Livewire starter kit have the built-in authentication, which is the built-in authentication, but you can also choose this WorkOS, which is the new authentication. As you can see from the documentation, that is the new authentication that has been introduced in Laravel 12. So you can just go through the documentation and you can be able to have an account so that you can use that one. But for me, I'll just stick with the built-in authentication. So I'll just say enter, and then it will ask you if you'd like to use Laravel Vault, and for me I'll just say yes, and then I'll stick with paste, Okay, so that will take some time to create the project. So I'll just leave it that right there, and then I'm going to go to my Laravel HUD, and then I'm going to create a new Laravel application using Laravel HUD. So this is an alternative. If you don't want to use the command line, you can just be able to use Laravel HUD. So I'll go to my sites, as you can see, and then here I'm going to click add new, and then I'm going to add the new Laravel project, and then from here you can see it gives me these 4 options. So no starter kit, React, Vue, and Livewire. So basically, if you are using Laravel HUD and you don't see these options, or if you are using command line and you don't see the option to select these new starter kits, I mean the React, the Vue, and Livewire starter kits, probably you may need to update your either Laravel installer. So make sure you update, so you can just run this command and it will update automatically. But if you are using Laravel HUD, you are supposed to update it so that it can have these updates for the new release, the updates for supporting these new starter kits. So for me, I'm going to select Livewire. So I'm going to say Livewire, and then in next. And then here I'm going to select, I'm going to pass the name of my project. So I'm going to say Livewire Starter Kit. Okay. And for authentication, as I've mentioned before, you can use any of this, but I'll stick with the built-in authentication. And here I'll just use Laravel Vault. So let me just say next, and then it will start to create my project. So this is Laravel HUD, and you can also be using this command line. So let me just wait for both of them to be done, and then I can just continue with one of them. So let me pause my video, and then we'll continue until it will be done. Okay, so while I'm still waiting on this, I'd like to give this simple explanation. For those who are new to Laravel, you may ask yourself like, okay, so what is the starter kit? What is it? Why is it necessary to know it? So the simplest way I can explain, the starter kits are just a simple way you can start to build your Laravel application, as the starter kits give you the foundation of your Laravel application. Like they include the authentication feature for your Laravel application. So it will be like a starting point for your Laravel application. So as you can see here, there is this explanation that you can go through it. But the best thing about this starter kits, they give you a head start on building your next Laravel application, and it includes the route controllers and the views you need to register and authenticate your application users. So while you are welcome to use these starter kits, they are not required. You are free to build your own application from ground up by simply installing a fresh copy of Laravel. Either way, we know you will build something great. So this is just a simple way I can just explain about the starter kits. So for those who are new to Laravel, you can be able to go through the Laravel documentation, and the best thing is that you don't need to necessarily use the starter kit. You can build your own authentication system. So, but for simplicity and for fast forwarding your development, I would recommend you to use these starter kits. So if you are using React with Laravel, it's better you can check this one. If you are using Vue, you can just use this one. So for today's, I'm just concerned about Livewire Starter Kit. So that's what I'm going to cover today. So here you can see my application in Laravel HUD is done. So I'm going to close this one, and then I'm going to run my application. So I'm just going to click here, and you can see this is my application which is up and running. So you can see you have these two options here for login and register. So meaning that already the starter kit comes with the authentication feature. So right now, basically in our application, we don't have the login or the register. I mean, we don't have any user, so we need to register the new user before going forward. But also, I want to open this to my VS Code. So here I'm going to open it through VS Code. So you can see this is my application. And in the composer.json, you can see we are using Laravel 12, which is our new version of Laravel. Okay. And when you are installing Livewire Starter Kit, Livewire Starter Kit is using Livewire Flux, which is Livewire UI, and this is just the Livewire components that the application has used, and also it is using this Livewire Vault, which allow you to write classes and also HTML code on the same file. So we are going to see how this works, and then I'm going to explain to you everything you need to understand. So now, if I go back to my browser right here, you can see here is the registration page. As you can see, it comes with all of this authentication feature. You can go to login. As you can see, it is using single page application mode. As you can see, the browser is not refreshing, but you can navigate to these authentication pages. Okay, and then you can see you have these options for forgot your password. You can also use this one. So let me just go back here and register a new user. So I'm going to register test user. And then I'm going to say test at example, and then the password I'm just going to use password. Okay, and then I'm going to say create account. And then right now what I want to say, I'm just working with this project, but in your application, you can see in my database, I'm just using SQLite. So for you, you can just change it to, let's say, SQL or Postgres if you want. So for me, I'm just sticking with the SQLite. So all of this authentication data will be stored in my SQLite database. So as you can see, this is our dashboard as I've registered successfully. So this is how the new starter kit looks like for Livewire, and you can see here you have the application name, you have the sidebar, and in your sidebar here you can see you have the repository, which is the GitHub repository for Livewire Starter Kit. You have the documentation right here, and here down you can see you have the details of your logged in user, but also you have the option for going to the settings, and also you have the option to log out. But if we visit the settings page, let me just show you. So this is our settings page, and as you can see here, you have the option to update your profile, meaning you can update the name, you can update the email, and you can be able to delete your account. And here you can also be able to update your password. You can change password at any time t, and then you have the option to switch between themes. So as you can see right now, this is on dark, which is detected by the system, but right now I can switch to light, as you can see, and this you can switch back to dark mode. And this is the new feature actually, because in the previous starter kits there were no this option for switching between the themes for your Laravel application. So this is new feature, and which is amazing for my side. So Yeah, so after that, let me go back to my dashboard, and as you can see, these are just the layout. So I'm going to review the code with you guys, and then we can see how this works. So let's go to our code right here. So other than that, you can see this is just a Laravel application as usual. Okay, but the thing that have changed, which I'm interested is concerning with the resources, because when you go to the application right here in Livewire, you just only have the logout action, which is found inside the Livewire. But other than that, you don't have anything that is interesting right here. Okay, so you can see this is the only thing that you may need to understand, that this is usable for email verification. Okay, so other than that, I think in our app directory, we don't have anything to worry through this Livewire Starter Kit. So when you go direct to the resources and views, here is where the new directories and the new files that we need to go through. So as I have said before, the new Livewire Starter Kit is using Flux UI. So if you don't know anything about Flux, let me just show you. If you go to Livewire documentation right here, and let me go here, you can see here in UI components, when you click this one, it will direct you to fluxui.dev, which is the one that is used to create our new starter kit. So let me just show you. So this is the Flux, and basically you can use this one, and it has the free version and the Pro version. So some of the components you will get them for free, and you can be able to use, for example, the button, the drop downs, and all of these are just free components. And also you can see there is Pro version. So for today's video, I'm just going to stick within my starter kit. So here you can see Flux is right here, and you can only see the icons. So these are Flux icons that are shipped with this starter kit, and also you have the navigation list, and here you can see this is navigation links that you may use in your application. So for now, what I want to show you again, when you go inside the Livewire, you have two directories, the one for authentication, and here is where you find the files for authentication. For example, the login. So this is the Vault file. As you can see, it is using Vault, and as you can see here, you are creating the class, and which is PHP code, and also down here you can see you have the HTML code. So this is all about Livewire Vault. So if you don't know anything about Vault, you can go to these packages in a Livewire documentation, and when you go to Vault, you can be able to understand all about that feature that I'm trying to explain in my starter kit. So you can see here there's PHP code and there's HTML code within the same file. So that's what we are meaning about Laravel Vault. So this is the login. As you can see, it has the functionality to log in, and you can see here the rate limiting, you can see the throttle key, and here you can see this is the form. As you can see, it is using the Flux input, which is the component that is coming from Flux UI. As you can see, it has the password, and all of these files you can get them from Flux. So when you go to Flux right here, you will find the same thing. So for example, for input, you will find the same thing. So for example, you come here and navigate to input. Okay, So you get the same functionality. So you can see this is the syntax for using Flux actually. So that's what we have right here. So you can see this is Flux input, you have the model and all other stuff that you want. So this is how you get the login, register, forgot password, confirm password, reset password, and verify email. So these are the files that you are coming directly from the Livewire Starter Kit. And then you have another directory which is for settings, and these are the ones that we've seen on our settings page right here. So we have the profile. So here you can see we have the profile, which is this one, and we have the password, which is used for updating password and changing password. Also we have the one for deleting the account, and also we have the one for changing the theme for your application. So you can switch to light, dark, and for the system. So this is how simply the application is. But also in partials, you have the head, which is used in your layout, and also we have the settings heading, which is this one, which I believe is this one right here. Okay, and out of that we have the dashboard page, which is this one. And as you can see in our dashboard, we have these patterns. So if you go here, you can see these are the patterns that have been defined right here. So you can see it is using the grids, and it have 3 columns. As you can see, we have this first column, the second one, and the third. And down here we have this one, which is the largest one, as you can see right here. So these are just samples, so you can just be able to change anything. So these are defined in your components. Okay, so if you come here, you will see there's components, and inside the components you can see there's this component, and you can see this is a placeholder pattern. So this is the one. So this is the one that you see in your dashboard. Okay, but also you have this action message, you have the logo, you have the this is icon, and this is logo. Also you have the authentication heading. Okay, we have the authentication session status. Okay, and here you have the layout, and in layouts here is where the interesting part comes in. So you can see in layouts you have this, which is app.load.php, which is the layout for your application. And right now you can see it is using sidebar right here, but the new Livewire Starter Kits give you the option to switch between the layouts. So we can see from here, let me just show you. We have the sidebar, which is this one. Okay, which is fine. So also in our authentication, which is our authentication layouts. So this for app, meaning that you can switch between the two. For example, if I can show you right here, right now it is using sidebar, so that's why you see this sidebar. If we need to switch to heading, so let's say we need to have the top navigation bar, so I can just use header. Okay, and then when I will refresh my page right here, automatically it will switch this sidebar and it will become the top navigation bar. So let me just show you. So boom, now you can see this has changed to top navigation bar. You can have the search here, you have the repository, the documentation, and the drop down for your users information. But as you can see, this has been changed, so the sidebar is gone, but now we have the top navigation bar. Okay, so that's how you can easily switch between these navigations, which is our layouts. But also I'll just return it back to sidebar. So when I refresh this one, you can see the sidebar has come back. And then on our authentication now, we have also the layouts for authentication. So remember, this is inside the layouts, which is found inside the components. So here you can be able to switch the layouts for your authentications. So for example, right now, if I log out, right now you can see when we go to login, here you can see this is the default layout, which I believe is the card. So if we go to auth, which is our layout, you can see here right now it is using simple. So here we have three options. We have the simple, card, and split. So now it is using simple, which is this one that we see right here. So if we switch right now this one to card, for example, okay, and now if I go back and refresh, now you can see the application is shown in a card. So this login page have this margin, which is different from when we use simple. So for example, if I use simple and I refresh, you can see this card will be gone. And when I switch it to card, you can see the card will appear. Okay. And then you have the option to switch to split. So here, if I change to split, okay, now you can see the layout will change. So now you have two sides. So this is a split layout. Here you can put anything that you want, and on the side you will have the authentication fields. So also you can switch to sign up. You can see it shows the same thing. So that's how easy it works. So you can go to forget password and you can see. So that's how simple you can be able to switch between the layouts for your authentication starter kit. So I think other than that, you can be able to, let's say, if you want to implement the email verification for your users, that's easy. You can just be able to change it from the model. So right here, you can just uncomment this one, and also you need to implement here. You can say implements must verify. So by doing that in your routes, when you go to your route, which is this one, in our web.php, you can see here you have these routes. So we have the welcome, we have the dashboard, and here we have other routes which are for Vault. If you can remember, we have the settings right here for profile, password, and appearance. And these are full components. As you can see, these are full components in Livewire. When we are saying about full component, meaning that you will just pass the name of your component through the route that you create. So you can see it is using Vault. So basically, that's what I'm talking about when you are using Vault from Livewire. So yeah. So you can just understand that more when you will visit this documentation, and you can be able to understand what I'm trying to explain here. So after you have enabled this must verify, meaning that this this middleware will be working, and when it will be working, your user cannot be able to access the dashboard without verifying their emails. So now, for example, if I try to log in again with the account that I've created, which is testy@example and password, and when I try to visit, you can see it says please verify your email address by clicking on the link that we have just emailed you. So you can just resend the email and you can be able to log out. So for me, it will not send any email because I've not set any email in my env file. So you can see here. So no email will be sent to any of my user because that is not done yet. So and that is all about the Livewire Starter Kit review. I think you guys have enjoyed it and you have learned something new. So this is how you can be able to use the new starter kit in your next Laravel project. So thank you for watching, and consider to subscribe if you are new to the channel, like my videos and share with your friends, and that's how you are supporting me. So thank you and see you on the next video.